Let the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American know that they are God's chosen people, the Hebrew Israelites. Have you ever heard that the black man, woman, and child were the real Jews? I said, have you ever heard that the so-called black man, woman, and child were the real Jews?
I've heard it.
Well, can I read you one Bible verse real quick? Give me the book of Genesis chapter 49, start verse 7. About Judah. Because the Bible told us what would happen to the 12 tribes of Israel in the last days, right?
This is the book of Genesis chapter 49 and verse 9.
Bring it up.
Verse 8, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies.
So it starts off by saying Judah, because that's where you get the term Jew from. It says Judah, and if you look at the name Judah means praise the Lord. You see how this special connection that we as so-called black people got with spirituality, not even just outside of religion, just our spirituality connection with God, right? So it said, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Everybody else looks at the so-called black man to set the trends. That's why when they want to do all this DEI stuff, they try to get the black man to be involved, because they know that, as my brother says, we are the needle movers.
Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah.
Talking about how the children of Judah are the rulers of the rest of the 11 tribes of Israel. This is the King James. The King James. Yeah, we got 1611. We got the King James period of translations. This is just talking about Judah having dominion and rulership ultimately. All right. Well, let me ask, what you want to learn about? You know?
Anything. I'm always a soaker of knowledge.
Anything? Okay. So let me ask you this: have you ever heard who Jesus Christ is coming back for? Who his salvation is for? Matthew 15:24.
Oh no, you can give me that.
All right. I'm gonna show you. Because we've been led astray into thinking that God loves everybody and salvation is open to everybody, when we have to first define what salvation is according to the Bible, which the Bible defines it as being saved from our enemies. So if that's what salvation is, how can the slave and the slave master get to go to the same place in salvation? It's just going to be the same thing in a new place.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 15 and verse 24.
Bring it out.
Red letter.
You know what red letter means in the New Testament? It means that these are the words of Jesus Christ. So these are the words that he spoke.
Okay.
So this is the book of Matthew chapter 24. He answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Jesus Christ out of his own mouth said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So if there's anybody outside of the house of Israel, Jesus Christ did not come for them. The salvation that he came to bring is he came to deliver. Think about it like this. Let me ask you this. What does today the so-called white man need to be saved from?
So what does the white man need to be saved from?
Or any of the Chinese man, the Arab man, pick one.
I don't think they necessarily need to be saved. I mean, but my way of thinking is not everybody else's.
No, understandable. But that's my point. We look at the condition that we are in, and we look at the condition that they are in. It seems like no matter where we at, we gotta live in the slums and the ghettos. But the Chinese can come over here, they can tell you they go back to China, and they can come into your community and set up Chinatown. The Italians can get to come over here, set up shop, and they get to have Little Italy. What do we get? Look around our communities. We get burnouts, abandoned buildings.
This is true, but we're not banding together the way they band together. And if we love each other enough, we'll know that we will power in numbers.
Leviticus 19. Now watch this. Do you know that the law of God tells us to do exactly that? And if we would just follow the laws of God, our community would be better. Because the law of God tells us that we have to band together. But not us, but our people is focused on trying to love and ingratiate with everybody else and everybody else's culture instead of trying to fix home first.
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him.
So he said you are not allowed to hate your brother in your heart. You are to rebuke your neighbor, right? You are not to watch him fall into sin, fall into decay, because we know that the wages of sin are death. So true love is seeing this person with one foot in the grave and one foot out and grabbing them and snatching them away from that grave. Come on, choose life, right? And then it said you have to love your neighbor.
Talk about it.
Then that's what God told us to do. Even when you don't want to, even when it's hard, you gotta tell them, I love you. I just don't like you, but I love you. No, it's
You know what I'm saying? But I love you though.
yeah, but like you said, because your way of thinking ain't everybody's way of thinking. So we can't expect ourselves from everybody else. Now let me ask you one more question. I know it's a little chilly. What is one problem you think plagues black, Hispanic, and Native American communities? And I'm going to show you and demonstrate how the laws of God will single-handedly, by itself, fix our communities. Just pick one problem.
Well, the problem is
Unity.
we're not together. We're not together. We're not together as we should. Even if it's 20, 50, 30 days. When you try to weigh in on the 30 days, you know what I'm saying? If they stuck in their ways, you probably could save 15.
And you know, it's through the Spirit.
To the wayside, you know what I'm saying? 5 don't believe in you to really put, you know what I'm saying? It's really.
You know, Jesus Christ said the same thing.
I just try to keep pushing forward as much as I can, you know what I'm saying? And telling people to stay together because it's really all we got for real. If we band together, a lot of things that happen, not happen.
Well, look, now, you said you like to push the Lord, all praises to the Most High. Well, now you have a little bit extra to add on to that message. When you push the Lord to people, you now get to tell them that you are the Israelites, the direct descendants of the people we read about in this book.
Every time I get prophesied over, they said I'm supposed to be speaking to people and bringing them in. I don't know, evangelist or something. I don't never know what that is. Every time I get spoke over, I've been spoke over like 7 times. That's my duty. I just don't know how to unfold it yet.
Well, look, I'm going to tell you how you unfold it. You unfold it by when you meet people, you tell them, look, you are the Hebrew Israelites. You are God's chosen people. You are the direct descendants of the people in this Bible. And as such, you must keep God's law, statutes, and commandments. Because God's law, statutes, and commandments is what's going to unify us. There's nothing else that can happen that will unify us if we don't keep the laws of God. Because can two walk together, at least they be agreed? So if I'm trying to band together with other fellow black people, how can we walk together if I'm pushing the laws of God and they're trying to push the Quran, right? And we just gonna go with what's objectively right. And objectively, what's right is the laws of God, the moral. That's the best moral compass you could possibly have.
Man, if only you just had the power to be like, I said it, be done. Like,
Yeah. Well, you know, that's the thing. Watch that car, sis. But that's the thing.
Y'all have a good day. Thank you for the knowledge, baby.
You too, sis. All praises to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High, inshallah.
Shalom. Get me Oh, real quick, is your father a so-called black man? Is your father a so-called black man? So-called African American? Because that means you would be a princess from the tribe of Judah. Oh, well, you know, it's not about being as woke. We're talking about our ethnicity, our descendancy that have been stolen from us. If your father's a so-called black man, then you are a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah. That's West Africa, which is where we were taken from. So more than likely, you would be from the tribe of Judah, right? That's the head tribe of this whole nation. All right, huh? Because we don't know the power that we got in us.
Your status, as far as when it comes to being a Moor.
Being a what?
I'd like to know what I'm
You go pick that up and go to work.
Well, that's okay, because we're not that anyway. See that? We are the Israelites. When you deal with the Moors, just knowledge, just each one teach one. Dealing with the word Moor, it goes back to the Spanish word moreno, which simply means black. So anybody that had melanin in their skin in Europe at that time just got that classification Moor. Arabs, East Indians, the Israelites, all of these people were called Moor collectively. Bible. The Bible is the.
That's what I'm reading now.
Bro, give her the
Do we got a
YouTube,
flyer?
bro.
Do we got a flyer?
Because I already got King James at home.
Yeah, you can go on YouTube. You can go on to YouTube and you can look at Marashah Warriors. You got your phone on you?
There we go.
You got your phone on you?
You said what?
Go on YouTube and I'll spell it out for you. Marashah. Marashah Warriors. All praises to the Most High.
Thank you for the knowledge.
Always, all praises to the Most High. What's going on, King?